But first, it was anything but an ordinary flight out of Metro Airport after a passenger is dragged off of a California-bound plane by police. Glad you're with us tonight at 11. It got so crazy, passengers were recording the woman being dragged down the center aisle.
And tonight, that woman is under arrest. Let's get right to our Mara McDonald. She's live at Metro Airport tonight. And Mara, how in the world did it come to this?
You know, Kimberly, excellent question, and one that police aren't really dealing with right now, but passengers have some of their own ideas why this woman was essentially dragged off this plane like a sack of potatoes. Take a look.
And right now, San Diego morning weather, partly cloudy skies, and the temperature is 50 degrees.
What a way to start Delta 2083 from Detroit to San Diego this morning.
Oh my God.
A female passenger who waltzed past the gate agent without showing ID, boarding pass, or anything, and then refused to budge when Delta personnel called her on it, then forced the airport police to haul her off the flight when she refused to leave, laying like dead weight and refusing to lift even a finger to get off the plane. Passengers had a hard time believing the spectacle in front of them, but their flight got underway once she was removed and the woman traveling with her voluntarily exited the plane. Per the airport authority, the crew on board and at the gate was dealing with, quote, a passenger who would not comply with boarding and baggage check procedures at the McNamara terminal gate, and that, quote, despite repeated requests by officers, the woman refused to leave the aircraft and had to be removed. Back here live tonight, that woman is in custody and charges are pending. Kimberly Devin, back to you.
Just bizarre behavior. Mara, do we know why she acted like this? Any idea?
So she waltzes past security, and police won't detail what they are actually thinking happened, but passengers say she was boarding when she shouldn't have been boarding, and they think she was trying to put her luggage that was potentially too big and get it on the plane in an overhead bin and this whole thing. But stand by, let's see what she gets charged with probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back to you.
We know you'll keep us posted. Okay, Mara, thank you.
Seemingly out of character for this highly educated U of M, as you mentioned, educator. Oh my God. It sure was a scene on board this Delta flight at Metro earlier this month. A woman being dragged, literally, off a San Diego-bound plane. We learned she'd blown past the gate agent, boarding unlawfully, refusing to properly check her bags, and then refused to get up and leave the aircraft. All the while cursing at responding officers who begged her to walk out on her own. We've now learned she's Rima Coleman of Ann Arbor. She wasn't at her townhome, so we headed to her office at U of M and was told she was out of town at a conference. No word on if she flew. She's an assistant professor of biomedical engineering. This is her university headshot. She appears far more composed than on the day of her arrest. We still don't know what led her to render herself lifeless and force officers to drag her in front of hundreds of other people. She's facing a misdemeanor charge and is due back in court on the 18th of January. And U of M confirming for me today that her employment status has not changed. As I mentioned, she is on a conference right now. A lot of her co-workers and students obviously mystified by her apparent behavior. We're live tonight. I'm Jonathan Carlson, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you so much, Jonathan.